Hi, I'm Sandra Green. This is my presentation, The Missing Booster Club Funds. George Washington Middle School, located in an old residential part of a metropolitan city, has an active booster club and PTA. Hardworking and proud parents of GWMS volunteer to work the concessions and ticket admissions of their children's games. $50 mysteriously went missing from the last home basketball game at GWMS. Why did this mishap occur, and how could it have been prevented? What changes could have been made to provide best practices and fairness for all students? What I know. The principal of GWMS relies on parent volunteers to assume responsibilities of fundraising duties from their athletic events. Mrs. Bowman, a parent volunteer, requested $798 from the school to pay for her daughter's trip to New York, recognizing her achievements as an all-state cheerleader. The principal denied her request, stating it wouldn't be fair to all students. The middle school had a large crowd for the last home basketball game, of which Mrs. Bowman was present. Mr. Stevens, the principal at GWMS, witnessed Mr. Dumas pay for an admission ticket for the game with a $50 bill. After the game was over, Mrs. Bowman handed the principal the bank bag with the door proceeds. Mr. Stevens proceeded to take the ticket sales and concessions bank bags to his car and make a night deposit at the bank. Mr. Stevens counted the money in front of the security guard. The money from the concessions bank bag balanced with the inventory. Mr. Stevens reviewed the ticket accounting sheet. Mrs. Bowman wrote a note included with the ticket accounting sheet, stating tickets 78 to 88 were discarded because they were torn. The discarded tickets were the equivalent of $50. The ticket proceeds balanced with the number of tickets sold, minus the 10 discarded tickets. However, the total did not reflect the amount, including the 10 discarded tickets. The $50 bill was missing. What I need to know. Who had access to the funds collected from the ticket sales? Were ticket sales reports correctly prepared and signed? Was a change fund used? And if so, what was the beginning and ending balance? What was Mrs. Bowman's role in her participation of the fund collection? And what happened to the torn tickets? Who was the designated event coordinator? Identifying the problem. An event coordinator was absent in the case study. The case study reveals a lack of organization with money management and parent organization club controls and management. The principal is not leading his school with efficient organization and lacks financial supervision. Plan of action. As leader, I would propose the following actions. Designate a trustworthy staff member to act as an event coordinator. Second, the event coordinator will become responsible for many tasks, mainly maintaining a system of checks and balances, requiring individual ticket sales reports, requiring 2 people for ticket sales, 1 to handle money and the other for tickets. A very important one, securing unsold or discarded tickets and funds collected in a secure location, and completes financial reports recording income from event and event expenses. Each ticket seller completes a sales report and gives to the event coordinator with all collected funds. My 4th step I would do is report theft to district accounting offices. Resolving the issue. The following resolutions create a responsible, ethical, and accountable stewardship of school money, allowing promotion for each student's success. Appoint an event coordinator to organize and manage all financial aspects of the fundraising event. The principal will act as an advisor only in regards to fundraising and parent organization groups, for example, the PTA and Booster Club. Parent organizations appoint a treasurer to manage financial accounts of the specific specific groups. For example, Booster Club treasurer is in charge of the financial records of that specific organization. The following resolutions create a responsible, ethical, and accountable stewardship of school money, allowing promotion for each student's success. Allow staff, parents, and/or students to properly request for funding needs of the parent organization. Allow parent organizations to decide and vote on any funds made of their fundraising organizations. Unresolved issues. The majority of parents at GWMS are of a strained socioeconomic group. Despite their economic struggles, their involvement with the school, parent organizations, and activities are strong and supportive. The school would greatly benefit by implementing an organized system of delegated officers in their parent fundraising organizations. The treasurer of each organization should be in constant communication with the event coordinator and the principal. I value parent fundraising organizations greatly, as they are an added resource for the school community and can enhance the school community environment, which in turn can help students achieve to a higher level. Lucy making all-state cheerleader and being invited to march in a holiday parade in New York is an opportunity to boast, brag, and accentuate the awesomeness of your school as a principal. Principal should have referred Mrs. Bowman to make a fund request with the Booster Club, as they are affiliated with the cheerleading team and sporting events. The Booster Club could have voted to help Lucy fund her way to New York and march in the parade. I felt empathy for Mrs. Bowman when the principal denied a financial request, as her daughter has shown a dedication and determination with her interest in cheerleading. I thought the principal was taking a big risk by putting himself in jeopardy when he walked out to his car with the collected funds from the game. The financial report should have been prepared and reviewed prior to the night deposit. The money should have been placed in a secure envelope or safe prior to delivering the money to the bank night deposit. The principal had as much opportunity to take the money as all other event workers connected to the ticket sales. He allowed an opportunity to be blamed for embezzlement, even though the security guard walked with him outside of the school. Could it be, unresolved issues open for further investigation? Could it be possible that the missing $50 bill was used for change in the change fund? This question could have been answered if the change fund beginning and ending balance was reported. Was Mrs. Bowman working the ticket sales at the basketball game, or was she just present at the game? What was her role with the money collection and ticket sales? Who were the ticket sellers at the game that night? Mr. Stevens relied on parents to be accountable for the money management at the game. Justifying his supervisory duties made it difficult for him to oversee the money portion of the event. This action alone gives many people an opportunity to be blamed or at fault for theft and does not support the standard of ethical or professional leadership judgment. Promote effective and efficient school management. As an administrator, I would promote effective and efficient school management by appointing an event coordinator to review and reconcile ticket sales, secure ticket inventory, secure funds collected, follow deposit guidelines, prepare financial reports. In the case study, the principal appointed himself as the event coordinator. The event coordinator must be someone other than the principal and not affiliated with working the event. As an administrator, I would promote effective and efficient school management by, first of all, meet with the event coordinator after the event to review and confirm sales and financial reports and to confirm profits or losses. Resolve any issue of ticket sales immediately to eliminate or reduce future issues. In the case study, the principal did not review sales or financial reports with anyone. In the case study, the principal did not implement problem-solving skills. As an administrator, I would promote social learning of every student by praising, recognizing, and supporting students who achieve, excel, and are dedicated with their craft and interests. In the case study, the student making all-state cheerleader was merely mentioned in the announcements. The principal did not seem interested in assisting her to become recognized nationally. As administrator, I would promote social learning of every student by promoting and highlighting student activity achievement to encourage all students to work together as a team. In the case study, Lucy's mother could have been guided to reach out to the cheerleading team to sponsor a fundraising event for Lucy to represent the cheerleading team in the holiday parade in New York. As an administrator, I would promote social learning of every student by creating a caring and supportive school community environment, modeling and communicating to all staff and students how our school community supports each other, promoting the life skill character traits of respect for each student and their ideas, dreams, goals, and achievements. In the case study, the cheerleader did not get the opportunity to request funds or seek support from other school organizations, which I believe to be disadvantageous for her. As administrator, I would promote academic learning of every student by promoting and highlighting student academic and activity achievement to encourage all students to apply themselves to full potential. Showcasing students' successes will create student leadership and a standard for higher academic achievement. In the case study, Lucy could have been recognized as a model student by her outstanding achievement, but instead was merely mentioned in the morning announcements. As administrator, I would promote academic learning of every student by establishing a goal for monies raised to benefit all students academically. For example, 60% of the profits from the fundraiser will go towards purchase of new computers for the computer lab. In the case study, there were no mentions of a purpose for the monies raised. Establish a rule for all students involved in activities must maintain a grade of C or better in all academic classes. This also was not mentioned in the case study. As you can see, in the case study, there were several mishaps due to the disorganization of the principal. And so had he followed some established procedures and made sure that the money was secure, and appointing an event coordinator, I think that the outcome would have been a lot better. So I thank you for watching my presentation on the case of the missing Booster Club funds.